Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy October, happy spooky season, happy fall. I know all of us were so ready for some change, and I feel like October is just, hopefully this month comes in clutch with some amazing, just turn this year around a little bit. Me personally, October, November, and December are my favorite months out of the year. You cannot beat them. I love the holidays. I've been ready to put up the Christmas tree since April, probably. But yeah, so as you can see by the title, today we are going to dabble in some Koki cosmetics. It is personally one of my favorite brands at the moment. I found them at Kroger. You can get them online off of their website, kokiecosmetics.com. I will have everything linked down below that I use in this video. But yeah, I started out, I bought their foundation and I bought their concealer and maybe like one other thing. And I liked that so much I went back, I got more. And now I pretty much have a full face of Koki Cosmetics. I do not have a blush. I do not have a setting powder, and I do not have a highlight, but honestly, once it gets into like fall, winter, I don't really like highlight as much as I do in like the spring and the summer. I kind of like to highlight my nose a bit, and that's kind of as far as I go. And honestly, I will show you that you can do that with an eyeshadow. You don't have to have a highlight. So yeah, we're going to be dabbling in this eyeshadow palette. This has quickly become one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I reach for this one quite often. I do love peachy, more purpley, pink, mauve-y tones with my eye color. I just prefer those tones. If you don't, they do have other options for eyeshadow palettes. I really do like their eyeshadows in general, but we are just going to go ahead and jump into the products that I do have. I will be placing an order very soon to get some new things, so be on the lookout for more updated videos in the future of more products that I really enjoy from them, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to be using is the Koki Smooth Glow Hydrating Facial Primer, Foundation Primer. I do really like this primer. I do tend to try to go for more hydrating products. I've got like a fuzzy stuck to my lip. I do try to go for more hydrating products just because my face is quite dry. And also I have washed my hands already, and I have washed my face, moisturized, all that good stuff. So my skin is prepped and ready to go. So we're just going to smooth this in all over the face. And then we're going to let that get in the skin a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go in with the foundation. And this has quickly become one of my favorite foundations. This is the Skin Perfect HD foundation, and I have mine in the shade 20C. This has become one of my favorite foundations. It is a little bit drier, so I don't feel the need to set this, honestly, as much as I do like other foundations that are a bit dewier and whatnot. So this one, I feel like I'm like, so this one I do not feel the need to set as often. So honestly, that's why I didn't even notice that I don't have a setting powder from them. And yes, I am doing my foundation first because I don't find a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow palette. Oh, it's so hard to put foundation down your neck while you're trying to talk. But yeah, I do not find a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow palette that we're going to use. So quite honestly, I don't really mind doing my foundation before my eyes in this instance. And fuzz, you have got to go, girl. And I just spit over here. Oh, keeping it classy over here, guys. Okay. So, this is honestly quite a matte foundation. It's not super luminous. It's not going to give you like a dewy look or a glowy look, but that's okay because we are going to use the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. And I have it in the color yellow, and I also have it in fair. So we're going to open up the yellow concealer, and we're going to put some underneath the eye. And then we're gonna leave that there. We're only gonna put the yellow underneath the eye. I'm not gonna put the yellow anywhere else. And then we're gonna take the shade Fair. We're gonna put a little over the yellow. And then we're gonna put in all the other places that you want to bring forward. You know the drill with that. And guys, honestly, I'm so sorry for the little sniffles. I don't know about anyone else, but my goodness, I feel like all of the smoke in the air right now, because we are having like crazy wildfires in Colorado. It is just really getting to me, good Lord. I feel like I wake up every morning and I just can't breathe, and it's terrible. So we're just gonna blend that in. This is a Real Technique sponge. Koki does have brushes, sponges, all of that stuff. And honestly, I need to order some because I've heard that the Koki sponge is really amazing. But I'm going to show you that honestly, you don't have to get every little tool from them to really enjoy their products. And then I'm just going to take this on my lid as well because I'm not a huge eyeshadow primer type person. I've just really never been that into eyeshadow primer. So we're just going to blend that out under the eye and over the eyelid. And there we go. And the yellow is just going to help brighten a lot more than just the fair concealer on its own. But honestly, the concealer is really amazing on its own. And I really, really enjoy it. It has become my favorite concealer, hands down. It's the one I reach for daily. Yeah, it is literally my favorite. I reach for it every day. It doesn't matter what foundation I'm using, and it plays really well with other foundations, other primers, other products in general. It is just, it works really well with other products, which is really nice. Now, because this is a luminous, I'm drawing a blank, concealer, that does not mean that you really need to set it. I don't really feel the need to instantly go in and set this. I don't find that it creases. I don't find that it starts to settle into fine lines, but I am going to pick up the Powder Contour Palette, and they do have a lighter and a darker. I did accidentally grab the darker one a while ago, but I can make this work. You just have to be a little bit light-handed with it, and because these bronzers, contours, whatever you want to call them, these are a little bit warmer, so for me they're more of like a bronzer type situation, because I needed to get the lighter palette. But if you are light-handed, these work amazing, and they are very pigmented, so don't just like go ham into this product or you are going to come out looking like you've got, yeah. So we are actually going to grab this yellow color and a dabble of the center lightest shade, and we are going to just like dab underneath our eyes. We're not going to use a ton of product. Actually, I think I'm going to use this e.l.f. sponge for it. We aren't going to use a ton of product when we do it, but we're just going to press it underneath the eye, and we're also going to put it on the eyelid just so our shadows don't like stick. So we're going to set that. There we go. There we go. now we've got it set. And okay, sorry, we're back. Had to go quiet down my daughter. She was downstairs playing Minecraft, Roblox, something, and she was literally just like screaming. And I was kind of just like waiting for her to hush, and then she didn't. So I had to go, you know, ask her to please not so loud. So I'm not really going to bother setting the rest of my face. It is not sticky. It is not tacky. The foundation dries down very nicely, but it's not so dry that you look crepey and gross, because I do have dry skin. So believe me, I would let you know if you looked crepey and gross. So the next product we are going to go into is the Precision Brow Pencil. I wanted to make sure I got it right, because I feel like every brand has like a little bit different name for their brow product. But this is the Precision Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. And I am going to do my brows with this. I know you guys have seen brows done 1,000,001 times. So I'm going to pop off camera, do my brows, and come right back. You guys will be able to see the finished product. And then we will chat about the brow pencil, but I need to get up in the mirror and you're not gonna be able to see me anyways. So I will be right back with the brows done. All right, we're back and the brows are finished. And honestly, I don't care what kind of brow gel comes out. I always and will always use Got to Be Glued with a D. Gotta Be Glued by Schwarzkopf. Yeah. Styling Spiking Glue. I love this for my brows. I can't remember who I saw using this for their brows, but whoever it was, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is my favorite thing to use as brow gel. So that's what I used as brow gel to give myself that fluffy look. I don't really like the Instagram brow look. I like a more natural fluffy brow. So that is what we have. I will say I do like their brow pencil. It's not too waxy. It doesn't feel like it's tugging at your hair. It's really nice. This is a great color, especially for my hair color and stuff. It didn't pull warm, because I know a lot of browns, even the ones that are like ash brown, sometimes will pull like warm. This one is a true ash brown. It's a great color. It does not have a spoolie though. That is the only downside. But they do have another brow pencil if you are okay with the more okay, here we go. Like the more angled brow pencil. If you like those, they do have those as well. This one is in blonde, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try a brow pencil in blonde because I have blonde hair. My eyebrow hair is just too dark for that. So every once in a while I will use this brow pencil just to kind of like fill in like any sparse areas with a lighter color, and then I'll go in with an actual precise pencil and like draw on some brow hairs. But the spoolie on this brow pencil is very, very nice. I do like the spoolie on the angled eyebrow pencil. That's what this is called. So I do recommend that one as well. And in case I did not mention already, these are all very affordable products. I will have everything linked below. And while I'm editing, I will put somewhere while I'm using each product, like a little screenshot of their website with price and so on, so you can see that these are very inexpensive products. I think the most expensive thing was either the eyeshadow palette or the contour palette at like $12.99 or so. So not bad at all. Now we're going to go into this palette, and we are going to just take a little bit of this dark color and we're going to contour with it. We're not going to take a lot. Okay, we're not going to take a lot. So I'm just going to take the tiniest amount, and I'm just going to like bounce it on the palm of my hand to make sure we don't have too much. And then we are just going to go in here and just chisel out a tiny bit. We're not going to go too far. This is all we're going to do, is just chisel out a tiny bit and then go underneath the jawbone with whatever is left on the brush from us doing this side. And then we're going to go back in. We're just going to dab in a little bit. We're going to pounce it on the palm of our hand, and we are going to just, and I'm not using a swiping. I'm actually using like a dabbing, like a pouncing motion. So I'm not like wiping it on my face. I'm just kind of pouncing it, dabbing it on my face. And then we're going to kind of go on the ear and then just whatever is left. We don't want to place too much product. And there are the cheekbones. We are going to do the forehead, so we're just going to get a little bit more. Same as before, dab it on the palm. And then we are going to, I do rub more up here because I want to like get it in my hairline. Now, right now I have roots. I'm getting my hair done next week. When I don't have roots, I do not rub it into my hair because it will literally cause my hair to look so dingy and gross. But for right now, I don't have to be as precise. Okay. And then that is just our little contour. I'm not going to take any extra product on this brush, and I'm just going to rub it down the sides of my nose. Just because this is a little too dark for me to contour my nose with. So we're just gonna run the brush, whatever's left on there. No big deal. Now we have a little bit of a nose contour. And if you feel like it went a little too far down, you can always take your sponge. You can take a little bit of powder if you need to, and you can kind of dab on the sides of the nose and down the center. Wham bam. You got a little nose contour, and I don't feel like a lot of people even bother with it. If you're not insecure about your nose, if you have like a beautiful, cute little button nose, like don't contour your nose. Honestly, I kind of wish I had never started because now I feel a little insecure when I don't contour my nose. My nose is probably my least favorite thing on my entire body. I don't know why. I've always been a little insecure of it, but you know what? You've got to rock what God gave you. So anyways, moving on. We are going to go ahead and we are going to use the Koki Cosmetics Matte Bronzer. And this is in the shade Stay Gold, and this is their lightest shade. And we are going to just take a big fluffy brush and we are going to dab into the bronzer. We're going to tap off any extra and we are just going to bronze the face. And I love this color. I love the tone. I feel like it looks very natural. It gives you a very like sun-kissed look, not like an Oompa Loompa Jersey Shore kind of crazy look. I really love this bronzer. And we are going to kind of dab across the nose just to give us that little bit like we've been in the sun. And yeah, so we're going to go on the forehead as well. And I kind of like to just take a little bit and go underneath the eyes because I don't like when my under eyes are like so white. And if you do, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Because makeup is supposed to be fun. It's not permanent. It washes off. Do what makes you happy, what makes you feel beautiful. And who gives a flying flip what any other person on the internet says about your makeup? Do what makes you feel beautiful and don't care about the rest. Like honestly, makeup is different for everyone. It's art. What I see as beautiful, you may see as ugly. It's a difference of opinions and everybody's entitled to have them. So anyways, I'm going to get off my tangent. All right, so we've bronzed. We've got a bronzy look. Now I will say, since this is a darker contour palette, this color on the end is a very peachy tone. So I'm going to take that, I'm just going to see what happens if I take it on a big fluffy brush, dab some off, and kind of use it as a blush because I don't have one. And since it's a powder in this contour palette, it should blend in very nicely. But let's see if we can just get a little color to our cheeks. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think it gave us a little bit of a little flush on the cheek, a very natural color. And honestly, I have blushes this color. Yeah, I think that's very, very pretty. I think that gives us a little bit of a flush. So honestly, that just goes to show you, don't think that just because a product is labeled a certain way, you can't use it as whatever you want, because we just use that as a blush. Okay, so real quick before we go into eyes, I am going to take this eyeshadow palette that is blinding you guys. This is the Koki artist palette called Peachy Queen. They have 2 other ones, I'm pretty sure, that have different themes as far as the tones inside the palette and how the palette is laid out. This one is more peachy, as you guessed by the name of the palette. But I am going to take this shimmery champagne pink color right here. You can't see it. Let's see if we can figure out what the name is. It might be called So Fresh. It also might not be. Okay, so we are going to take that, and I'm just going to take this on this little flat. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I'm just going to take it on this little brush, and I'm going to just dab a little on the tip of my nose, because I do like a nose contour, like the tip of my nose. And then we're just going to do a little bit right here on the bridge of the nose. And then that's all we're going to do as far as that goes. And also, you can use eyeshadows as highlight anytime you want. There's no rules. So we are going to go into this palette and we are going to get started. Let's see. Let me move these brushes. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to pick up this brush, and we are going to go in with this lighter shade up here as like a transition. And we are just going to windshield wiper that bad boy all up in this crease. And we are just going to go back and forth, back and forth. The pigmentation on these are phenomenal. I love this palette. I use this almost every day, no matter what eye look I'm doing. I almost always use something from this palette while I'm doing my eye makeup. So we're going to kind of feather that just a teeny bit underneath the corner of our eye. And just look at the difference between the 2 eyes. Like, that's just crazy how much eyeshadow can really just like open up your eyes. Okay, then not picking up a different brush. There is a little kick up on these, but it's not too bad. We're going to take this darker color. It's kind of like a reddish brown. And then we are honestly just going to take that in the same place that we took the other, but we are going to stay closer to the lid. We aren't going to go as high up as we did before, but we are going to still sweep it underneath the corner of the eye. I have quite small eyes, so I like to make sure I bring out my shadow this direction. And I also don't like to bring my under eye eyeshadow close to my the inner corner of my eye, just because I feel like it just, to me, I don't like it. You know, like I said, do you though? But we are just going to deepen up that crease right up against the lid. And then once you've actually used the product, you can kind of like fan out on the outside to really give it a blown out look. One thing I like about fall is really just kind of doing like a grungier look, to be honest. So here we go. Here we go. And I'm just going to like diffuse the outside, because honestly, I'm just going for a really grungy, easy eye look. Okay. And then honestly, we're going to take a smaller brush. What brush do we want? We're going to take this little brush. We're going to take one side of it, and we're going to go in with this darker color right beside the previous one that we used. And we're just going to really take that like on the outer V, a little bit on the inner, but we're not going to pick up any extra product when we go into the inner corner. We're just going to kind of use what's left over. And we're just going to kind of diffuse that. We don't want it to be too crazy. And then we're going to go underneath with whatever's left and really just kind of smoke that out. And we're going to go in just a little bit. And that really brought it all together. And then, honestly, we are almost done with this eye look. We are going to take the same little flat brush that we dabbed at the tip of our nose. And we're going to use that same color. It's going to be very cohesive. And we're just going to dab that in the center of the lid. And we're not going to do too much, because honestly, I want it to, you know, I like the matte look, but you know, want to bring a little bit of focus to the center of the eyelid, so we're not going to go crazy. Now, if I really wanted this to have like maximum payoff, I could use my finger to dab it on, and I could also spray my brush. But like I said, I don't want it to be too crazy. I like the diffused muted look. And then we're going to take a little bit more of that eyeshadow, and we are just going to dab that right underneath the brow on the brow bone to really bring it together. And that is what we're going to do for our eye look, guys. So I will be right back with the other eye done, and we will move on to the next step. Okay, we are back and the eyes are finished. I went ahead and did the wing liner because honestly, whenever I try to film myself doing wing liner, it's like I forget everything I've ever known and I cannot physically do it. It's like kind of like pee fear. If you know someone's out there waiting on you to pee, like in a public restroom, and you're just like, I can't pee. So I went ahead and did the wing liner off camera, but I used the Koki Line and Style. It is a long wear matte liquid eyeliner. It is very matte. I know a lot of liquid eyeliners claim they are matte, and then once you get it on, it's kind of shiny, and I tend to go over those with a black eyeshadow to matte them out a little bit. This one is a true matte. It is a felt tip pen. So to me, those are the easiest to get on, and it does have like a triangular, can I show you this? Like more of a triangular shape. So it's really easy to hold when you're using it. It is very easy to use. It's got a very fine tip on it so you don't get like a weird bulky wing. Yeah, I like this wing liner, or no. Well, I like this wing liner, but I like this eyeliner pen. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? My brain is broken. Anyways, I love this product. Definitely recommend. And I also used their, this is a Velvet Smooth eyeliner. This is waterproof. It is in jet black to do my waterline on top and on bottom. I did use that, and then I also used, and this is my favorite mascara right now, guys. I have very straight lashes. They don't like to curl. They aren't really full. They aren't thick. They aren't long. They literally are very lackluster as far as lashes go, but I don't know if you can see, but you can actually see my lashes peeking over the top of my winged liner, and that is because I use the Volume and Length Mascara. This is also in black. Obviously, I really like this mascara. I liked it instantly the first time I used it, but I've been using this for quite some time now, and I really enjoy this mascara. And I know that everyone does not feel the same about products. So this mascara might not be for you, but at its price point, it's definitely worth a try. And now we are going to finish up with some setting spray and lips, and then we are going to be all done. So first we're going to use a little setting spray. This is the Refresh Hydrating Setting Spray. This is a long lasting. It's supposed to help your makeup last longer. I mean, I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I don't know if it necessarily makes your makeup last any longer, but I do like it to kind of set my makeup down. The mister is very nice. It is a very fine mist. It goes on the face. You don't get any camel squirts or, oh, I got a little flake of mascara. Hold on. Where's my brush? We'll use this one. There we go. But it is very nice. I love it. The mister is very good. You don't get any like camel spits on your face, like I said. So very nice. There's no need to go over with the sponge after you get done and like kind of press in, unless you want to kind of like press the makeup in more. But I really enjoy that setting spray. I use that one quite often. And now we are going to go to lips. This right here is the Koki retractable lip liner in nude. We are going to use this lip liner. It's very creamy. It's very easy to put on. And I'm going to line my lips. Give me a sec. There we go. And does anybody else feel immense pressure while they're lining their lips? And now, honestly, you can, like, this is so creamy. You can kind of just get it on your lips and kind of rub it in. I do have a little bit of chapstick on right now. You can rub it in a little bit, and you can literally go like this. This is a beautiful color. This is a good formula. It's not uncomfortable. It's not drying, and you're not going to feel like you can't like smile. Your lips are going to crack open. And it is pretty long lasting, but we are, for the sake of this video, going to use a liquid lip. I have two right here in front of me. We have Less is More and Nirvana. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I think, let's see. I think we're gonna go with Less is More since our eyes are a little bit more pinky peachy. And guys, my eye is so itchy right here for some reason. It's not the products, don't worry about that. I've used these a million times and never had a problem. But I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna do a lot. I never do a lot with my liquid lipsticks. That is how I almost always put on my liquid lip. I do a liner, and then I will kind of rub it in, fill in completely my lips, or for the most part, and then I will kind of just dab whatever color around the center, and then I will kind of rub my lips together and then like dab it out with my finger. I don't like a really heavy liquid lip. To me, this is much more comfortable, and you don't really get those like crusties that like to ball off and, you know, like flake off your lip, or the butthole mouth is not as bad. I really do like these. They are a little bit of a drier formula, so if you do not like a drier formula, don't go for these. But they are not uncomfortable, and they do have a very long lasting quality. But these are by no means like an uncomfortable matte liquid lip. These are called the Kissable Liquid Lip, and you know, they're matte, as I said. But yeah, they're not like incredibly uncomfortable. They are very nice to have on the lips, and they are quite long wearing. So no need to feel like you have to reapply constantly. And when they do start to wear, they wear in like a very natural, like attractive way, not in a very like, hey girl, you got something going on there kind of way. But yes, this has been Koki Cosmetics, the products that I really love, products I've been using for quite some time. You can pick them up at Kroger. You can pick them up at King Super. It kind of just depends on where you live. Like in Louisiana, where my mom is, it's called Kroger. Here in Colorado, where I am, it's called King Super. It's literally the same grocery store, though. It just has a different name. I don't know if they have any other names for the same grocery store, but Kroger, King Super, and of course their website. I will have everything linked below. I'm not going to link the grocery stores below, but if you have a King Super or Kroger near you, you can go find their display in their cosmetics section. Only if it is like the large ones with the ones that have like toys and like home goods and clothes and stuff, not like your just generic, like we just have groceries locations. But anyways, I will link their website down below, and I will link each of these products for you as well, so you can go try them out, pick up some things, give them a little love. Honestly, I really, really love them. They are super sweet on Instagram. They always like my photos when I tag them, and I think that is very kind of them. I love brands that really show love to the people that show them love, and seem appreciative, and they seem to be that to me. But yeah, go check them out. I really enjoy their products. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe before you go, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload my next video. And I love you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.